So got a bit of a predicament in, so 3 of the 6 num3 legging fallow fields we've drilled. In the other 3 we haven't drilled because they're slightly heavier to start, but we've also done a bit of cultivations in them. So that section just there, you can kind of see that's had a subsoiler through it. And I'm just about to go to where I put the shaker rotor through, and the trouble is, as soon as you bring the drill across that, you're just going to sink straight down. And I wanted to get all that work done in the spring, but the spring was so wet, so I did it in the autumn. So it was done in good conditions, but it's just not going to hold machinery very well. And it has got quite a nice, see behind me here, quite a nice covering of buckwheat and volunteers and bits and pieces. But I mean, as soon as I'm walking on this, I'm just sinking straight down. 11th of November today. Got a massive flock of linnets over there. But the buckwheat has just started to die off now. Had quite a serious frost last night. It's been bloody cold today actually, but that's the end of the buckwheat now. Dad obviously thinks that the tractor is amphibious. Turns out it's not. I wonder why. Right, battery's gone flat as well, so now this won't start. So now we got to jump it off of this tractor. You need to get a bit closer. That'll do, don't you get stuck as well. No, we're getting there, we jump started the other tractor. Oh, we're out. Oh my god. Oh, 3. Sprayer's off, tractor's off, inspecting the damage. Right, well, that's quite deep, isn't it?
That's 4 foot.
4 foot.
No, 3.
Morning, 24th of October today, and we're off drilling winter wheat into ex-oat ground. We just adjusted the depth because we thought it was a bit deeper when we drilled the barley. Now we're on to wheat, and we're going to see how it goes. That's going quite well. Feels tacky on the boots, but we've got a lot of dew, so just going to check the seed depth. So we just ran it without seed. He's going to go 10k now with a seed in, and we'll just see what it does. Definitely chucking it out. Sorry the fan's so loud, but we've just had a little look around and I've just filled that in, but down there's the seed you can see, and that's 2.5 inches. That's a bit too deep still. Right, sorry about the wind noise, we're finally going again. Just a little bit of setting up backwards and forth. You see a few little strips behind me. I'm quite particular about getting the right seed depth because there's so many chemicals nowadays that you need to be at least 40 mil. And yeah, it's the most important thing, putting the seed in the ground, so just making sure we're doing it properly. It's just going in just under 2 inches, so that's about 50 mil, so I'm happy with that. Anyway, we're off again, like a 3 and a bit week break, but we're going. Sorry about the wind noise, but almost 3 weeks since we were last drilling, we're off again. We're now going into a nice little crop of volunteer oats. we are drilling my Group 1 variety mix at the moment, which is now nine varieties I think. I've lost count by now. It's going in really well. It's just sprayed off yesterday. But it's done a good job, covering the seed well. Yeah, happy. I was really hoping to drill this with the Avatar, but it's not going to happen. It's just too damp. So we got the Megant, but it's doing well. Really liking these narrow tines. They're a much bigger improvement from the old wide ones, so allowing us to go kind of semi-direct. Getting on well now. It's just on the middle of this field here. Just left the headland for a minute and started over there. Just waiting for it to dry a little bit on the headland before it comes over. And we got Dad spraying over it. Dad spraying. Hopefully we'll be doing this one next week. Drills over in that field with all the seagulls. Dad returning down to the older scene of the crime last night. I'll just head down that now and show you in the light. So here we are at the scene of the crime now. This is where we tried to go through. We've got a blocked culvert there, which is why the water is running through. Yeah. Actually looks wetter here tonight than it was last night. A little bit of a wheel mark down the middle. We are missing an eradicated tine from either side. We've still only got 2 when we should have 4. But they are arriving at the dealers on Friday, so 2 days time. But no, tomorrow actually. So hopefully for next week we should have another tine. It is struggling a little bit to get the depth on this really stony stuff, but I mean it is still putting it in. Yeah, so it's still going down. You can see the seed there. It's still a good 2 inches. It's not covering it as well. So it's not really a direct drill, but it is a direct drill. Not as strong as like a weaving sabre tine would be, but this has been lightly cultivated, so it's doing okay. So this crop here is a winter milling wheat. It is a variety blend, mostly Group 1s with a couple Group 2s. So they are all milling varieties. Now I've added in SY Cheer into the mix, we're now up to 9 varieties. Home saved, this is the, I think, 4th or 5th iteration now. Mostly for trying to get decent quality and also disease suppression. The multiple varieties really helps with that. So this is being drilled semi-directly into ex-spring oatland. So the oats had chopped straw. It's had, I think, 6 tons a hectare of chicken muck spread on. It's then lightly disked and rolled. There was a little bit of low disturbance subsoiling on any like tight headlands or wet bits. Those bits are now not travelling very well. But we are drilling at 230 kilograms a hectare. Not sure how many seeds a square metre that works out at. not quite up to 400 seeds a square metre, but somewhere just below that, I would imagine. But yeah, going really well. It's travelling really well. There's just some nasty little wet pockets we're having to avoid, but doesn't matter. It's going in the ground, it's still good. Done with the seed, he's on his last headland now. Dad's still spraying. Hopefully we don't get too much rain tomorrow. So this is the day after, and we just started drilling the Megant again, and this is the first drilled stuff we had this year on the 4th of October. And yeah, you can see it's almost 3 weeks now, but there's a few cleavers. I mean, there's a bean, I think there's some mustards. They're all volunteers. A load of broadleaves coming through, but it's not an issue. The wheat's there and very happy. Might graze this, I think, with some sheep soon, but yeah, looks really good. And then this is one of the 2 fields of winter barley that we got drilled. This was on the 5th of October. This is a hybrid, so it was drilled quite deep actually, but yeah, it's coming up well. I just need to get it tillering and get it moving. I'm really surprised how little black grass there is in here. I haven't actually seen one yet. I'm sure there'll be plenty coming. There could be one down there. But yeah, corner of this field flooded, so absolutely nothing in that part of the field. Looks like a wet spot there and over there, so that's fun. But at least it's mostly there. Just managed to get a little bit more in. Another 3 fields. But I mean, you can see from the road how sticky and horrible it is. But we're getting there. It's a little bit dry in some places. We've even managed to spray a little bit more than what we couldn't when we first came. But see over there, Dad sprayed some and made some nice wheel ruts. But yeah, we're tickling along, getting there slowly.